we've got some new samples from Hysterex Agents, and this is really exciting because it's a brand we'd never heard of called Callsign Models, and their specialism appears to be Vietnam, all things Vietnam. It's a company based in Australia. All these references, which are really kind of fresh and different, are available from Hysterex Agents. So let's just run through them and see what we got. What you need to know is that these are all resin figures, and mostly they're single, but you do get an occasional set with more than one figure, and that's a vignette. Let's work our way through. We'll concentrate first on the military subjects, and let's take a look. This reference, CS35002, is an Australian APC or tank driver. Should be perfect for your M113s or Centurions, and that's 1/35 scale. Notice how all the boxes have cool sort of posters from the era, newspaper articles and so on, all about the conflict in Vietnam. Take a look inside, get a sense so everything's bagged, and here's the figure, pretty cleanly cast, nicely sculpted detail. Take a look at the face, and that's good too. You'll need to add your own mic boom, but there we go, you get an idea of the quality. Probably needs a little bit of cleanup, particularly around the chest, but let's move on. Let's see how the casting is on this one. This is CS35004, Australian Vietnam soldier, 1968. Again, pleasantly cast. Love all the webbing detail on the belt. All the pocket detailing is really cool. Nice stitching. That's really well moulded. You've got the SLR there. Be a little bit tricky to remove that, so it needs a bit of care with the removal. They've all got a little bit of pigmentation from casting process, but the detail is all there, and you get all the webbing, pouches and so on. These clearly have great value for dioramas. If you love making your Vietnam era dioramas, these will be a great addition to your stash. This one is the cameraman with Vietnamese child. We won't open this, but it's 35008. And there you can see the pose and the child looking at the photographer. One of the standout things about this range are the civilian subjects. Shy Vietnamese woman and Vietnamese woman with baskets are an example of their civilian subjects. We're going to open the Vietnamese woman with baskets. This one actually has some instructions. Let's take a look at the parts. There's wire to help you with the suspended baskets, and there are the baskets. The sort of reed or wicker is really well done. And you obviously get two of those. Let's take a closer look at the sculpting of the face. Really well done. All the crease detail. That's the sort of suspended pole, straw hat, very well executed, and a couple more close-ups. Because the feet are exposed, here's a close-up so you can see the detail. But often a range like this can inspire you to build subjects you might not think about, so maybe you'd naturally go for American subjects, Vietnam. But with these Australian figures and the civilians, it broadens the scope. But talking of American figures, we're about to have a look at this vignette from the Battle of Hue. This is a CS35045 1968 vignette. This is really impressive. There's the base. That looks really well cast. Let's take a look at some of the detail. See all the brickwork there. All the sort of typical Vietnam concrete. Well, that'll be good fun to paint. And then the figures, they all come bagged separately. We'll take a look at this one to give you an example of the casting. So you get the rifle there, and this is the figure. Get A few accessories, radio and so on to put on the ground, a helmet. I'll open another one. There you go, the last one. Very few air bubbles and problems in the casting. A few small casting plugs to remove. Let's get a sense of what it will look like when it's finished and painted. That should be pretty cool and interesting to paint. Or you could integrate it as a corner of a larger model, maybe with like an M48 tank or something. For us it's great to discover that there are all these different subjects and possibilities. It gets the sort of mind going in terms of creativity. So well done, Callsign Models. Hope you've enjoyed the review, and remember to mention us if you buy these products. Thanks for watching, and bye.
Subscribe for our latest videos.